Hello, listeners. It's Madison Dinkelman.
And Dee Gale.
And you're listening to the Biz Files podcast. What's up, North Georgia? My name is Madison Dinkelman. I am with my co-host here, Miss Dee Gale. This is the Biz Files podcast. We're on episode number 3.
Yeah.
All right, Dee, who do we got in studio today?
Oh, we've got our best friend, Tracie Ashley.
Welcome,
We are
Tracie.
so happy to have you today.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, Tracie is with Senior Planners. And so we're going to dive in and see what your business is all about today.
Okay. All right.
So, Tracie, tell us a little bit about Tracie Ashley.
Okay. Tracie Ashley is a wife, a mom, and a grandmother.
Oh.
Yes.
She has the cutest grandson, guys.
Well,
He's the best.
Yeah, he's the
He's the
cutest.
He doesn't realize that he's really only 6 and that he's
Right,
not,
right.
somebody famous in the Major Baseball League world,
love
but he likes to pretend he is.
Yeah.
He might end up there.
He might. You never know.
Awesome.
You never know.
So about Senior Planners, what
Yeah.
made you want to get into the senior industry?
Well, it's very near and dear to my heart. I had the pleasure of being able to take care of my mother when she was sick.
Yeah.
I took off of work. I took a leave of absence and took off work and helped. We put her on hospice, and when we did that, I was with her all the time. And it was just wonderful. But the thing I learned was that we did not know what we didn't know. We didn't know what our next move would be. We didn't know who to call. We didn't know what our resources were.
Wow.
We didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like we just stumbled along.
Yeah.
And after she went home to be with the Lord, we soon realized that there were so many other things we could have done. Things that would have not have made her any better, or made her stay any longer, because that wouldn't have happened.
Sure.
But it could have been beneficial for the family.
Right.
Sure.
And it
Yeah.
could have made her more comfortable earlier.
Right.
So then what made you find Senior Planners? Well, let's tell us a little bit about Senior Planners.
Okay.
What is it? What is
Okay.
it? Yeah.
All right. Senior Planners we're a resource. We are also, I would like to say, we're kind of like a senior citizen real estate agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty,
Sure.
what we do is, number one, if it's no longer safe for them to stay at home any longer, we help them find somewhere. If they need to downsize and just feel like it's overwhelming, they cannot take care of the yard, the house. Sometimes as we age, it gets overwhelming and it becomes cluttered, or we just feel like we can't do it anymore. They forget to pay their bills, or they don't do that on time.
Right.
They somewhat become a hoarder because they don't want to throw anything away because they're afraid of
Yes.
losing it.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how we connected.
I agree.
Because with the nonprofit Stand Up for Seniors, I think that's how we kind of, because that's what we deal with. We're working on a project this week, and there's a lot of hoarding that we see. So yeah, I can see that you run into that.
Oh, absolutely.
What do the families have to do? Do they have to hire an estate sale company?
Well, it just really depends. Let me get back, if you don't mind,
Yes,
if I finish
please.
that.
Yeah, sorry.
So that's okay. So
That's called aging for me.
exactly. You can
ADD
age right there in
squirrel.
place.
Yes.
Okay, so we do that if they can, if they need to just downsize, or if it's not safe for them to stay at home, if they need help, if they need somebody to come in and help with their ADLs, bathing
Yeah.
and
Sure.
things of that nature. So we help do that. Independent assisted memory care. We all know if people have memory care issues,
Right.
it is not safe to stay at home.
It's sad.
Everybody has a little bit of dementia somewhere along the way as you age.
Sure.
It just depends upon what level you have.
Right.
So
What are you trying to say, Tracie?
I'm trying to say
She's trying to say, at
Stay on
my age, I
task.
have to write everything down.
Exactly.
Already. Yeah.
my dad
Called
has a word
sticky
for
notes.
that. Yeah. And my
Yeah.
dad has a word for that.
Does he?
Yeah. It's called CRS.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
You do.
For sure.
I mean, when you put your keys in the refrigerator because you're too busy. But you know what, to be honest
Right.
with you, a lot of times as we get older, and even in certain people's situations, it's because we have too much on our mind.
Right.
It's because so many things in life are so busy
Right.
Yeah.
that we don't take the time just to slow down.
Right.
So we don't know where our keys are. Where do we leave our purse? Some of it's just normal.
I know
everyday
we
things.
know what assisted living is and memory care because we deal with this a lot. You know, we are in that world a lot every day, pretty much, and you are in it every day. Tell everybody the difference in those two concepts because people ask me that all the time because obviously Stand Up for Seniors gets the, you know, they come to me a lot thinking that's what we do. You know, we advise and do stuff.
Right.
And give us the definition of those two things. That way our audience knows the definition of those two
Right.
concepts.
Absolutely. Okay. Independent living is when you just need to go somewhere.
Okay.
You don't want to be alone. Isolation is a hard thing as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if they want to just go somewhere where there's community,
Right.
they can have activities. They have their own apartment.
Sure.
And the apartment has a full kitchen in it for the most part in all independent living.
Okay.
They can either cook themselves or they have meals. They can go
Sure.
down to the dining hall. In the dining hall, they will be able to have 2 meals a day
Okay.
and a continental breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's assisted. That
I
is
think that's what I'd be doing and not cooking.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Do I
100%.
cook? I don't know if I do anyway.
And they have hydration stations and snacks that are left out.
Of course.
And then assisted living.
Yeah.
It's when they go in because they simply cannot take care of themselves anymore.
Sure.
For the most part, all assisted living is every 2 hours. You go in and you put
Okay.
your eyes on them. They
Okay.
go by and put their eyes on them.
Okay.
They may need just help with dressing, bathing.
Sure.
Or it could be just reminders,
Right.
you know, don't forget.
Yeah.
But always it's med management. Sometimes that's where we get in trouble when we're going independent.
Right.
They think they can take care of themselves, and they can for the most part.
Sure.
Right.
But they just need medication
Right.
management.
So
because
does that mean the facility has to have an RN on staff?
they have a nurse. It's not always an RN.
Okay.
Certain places have LPNs.
Okay.
But their regional is always going to be an RN.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. But the med tech is who does med management.
Okay.
And that med tech has got to have a certain
Certification
training
or training.
and certification.
Yeah. Okay.
So not just everybody can go give, all your caregivers cannot just go give the medication.
Sure.
And the way the medication is distributed is it's just like you would see at a hospital. They're bubble packed.
Okay.
And they have to be scanned with your
Okay.
information.
It's monitored. It's heavily monitored and regulated.
Heavily monitored.
Gotcha.
So that is what assisted living is.
Okay. And then memory
And they
care.
still, assisted
Yeah.
living can still go, they still have activities. They have buses
Right.
at a lot of places or
Right.
ways to take them
Sure.
to outings,
okay.
which they love.
I love
And
it.
one of the things about going to assisted living is they feel like they're losing their identity
Yeah.
and their independence.
Yeah.
And they're really not
Right.
because they can come and go. They still can come and go.
Yeah.
If they're able to, they can still have a car.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And there's several at one community and not far from here that actually work that are in
I love
assisted
that.
living.
Okay.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yes, they do. They
that's
still
great.
have a job.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I just saw yesterday there's a community here. They were at the Atlanta Fish Market in Buckhead yesterday. They took them all on a trip, and I was like,
telling you.
oh my gosh, that's so cool.
It is.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And they have a say. They have these little groups there.
Yeah.
So they have a say on where they want to go. They sit and
Right.
talk about it. And, you know, food is very important.
Of course.
They love to sit and eat.
Yes.
It's a good time to have community and
Yes.
meet with and have fellowship. So, but they do love to eat and they're very picky about their food.
Yeah.
So many of these places and communities have wonderful food.
Phenomenal
They do.
food.
The chefs
It
are
does.
coming from resorts. They're
Yeah.
coming from high-end
Yeah.
hotels.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then they also have to deal with special diets
Okay.
and things like that.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
dietary restrictions, all
Absolutely.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And they handle that. They
Yeah.
they can take care of that, no problem.
I love that.
And then there's memory care.
Sure.
Memory care is, like I said, you can have dementia, lower level, whatever.
Right.
and still be able to stay in an assisted living.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you become what they call a flight risk, it is when you are constantly trying to flee. It's constantly when you want to get out.
Okay.
You just want to get out.
Like they're thinking, I want to go back home.
Yes.
I'm over
Yeah.
this.
Yes. That's
Obviously,
when they
it's a
have to be.
cognitive issue.
It is a
Yeah.
cognitive issue.
Okay.
They have to be in what they call a locked community, but behind locked doors.
Right.
It's not trying to keep. It's only for
It's
their
not
safety.
like jail.
No, not
Right.
at all.
No,
It
they
is
still-
merely for their safety.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It is for their
All right.
safety.
And I get that because Tracie, when I worked at Senior Services, we had a gentleman who had come into the senior center.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wanted to come in, but he was a flight risk,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to tell the family. Senior Services isn't set up for that.
It's a liability.
He literally ended up on the road.
Yeah, it's a liability.
You know.
Yeah.
It really is.
So yeah,
For both parties involved.
Absolutely.
That person and the
Safety.
other person.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And you know, it's there are individuals that you can't even look at them and tell that they have a cognitive issue.
Right.
Oh.
Right now, there is someone that's 60 years old that is in a community that I work with all the time.
Yeah.
Looks just perfectly fine and normal,
Sure.
the whole 9 yards.
Sure.
Someone did not realize that they were in memory care.
Right.
They were leaving the other day with their family, and he got out. They let him out with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
Sure.
Does not even look like he would be in memory care.
Right.
He's young,
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
And isn't that sad? I bet
It-
you
it
see a
is.
lot of that.
I do. It's not funny in that way, but it's more common than you think.
Of course.
We
Yeah.
think
People don't realize how common it is.
no, they don't.
Yeah.
We think it's just our parents' age
Right.
that would be there.
Sure.
But it's becoming younger and younger.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
There are. I'm going to touch on a touchy subject, and forgive me, but when COVID hit,
Sure.
isolation happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people turned to drinking
Right.
and to drugs.
Substance abuse.
Substance abuse became
Yeah.
huge.
Yes.
Therefore, substance abuse, alcoholism, people have now 3 and 4 years after it's completely over and done with,
Right.
they now have onset of early dementia
Yeah.
due to the alcohol.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will see that
I've read about
more
that.
and more.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They call it a certain thing.
Sure. Sure. So that's the memory care concept.
Yes.
I'm gonna one more layer because a lot of people will ask me all the time the difference in the buckets you just talked about,
Yeah.
and then nursing homes.
Yes.
Give us I know you're kind of the expert in all this, so that's why I'm asking what is a nursing home? Like why would people go to this versus a nursing home?
Right. Now, assisted living
Sure.
and memory care.
Okay.
A lot of places say they can age in place,
Okay.
meaning that you can stay there until you pass away.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, that is the vast majority.
Right.
People don't want to be moved over and
Sure.
over
Okay.
because you do get a cognitive decline,
Right.
regardless of whether you have dementia or not,
Right.
when you're moved as you
Right.
get older.
Yeah.
Now, if you become a 2-person assist, and what I mean when I say that is to be in an assisted living, you have to be able to stand and pivot
Okay.
Okay.
in and out of your wheelchair or off the
okay.
bed.
Okay. Okay.
And the reason that is because if there's an emergency, if there's a fire, if there is a tornado, if there is something, you only have so many caregivers
Sure.
and people that work there
Okay.
to get everyone out of their bed and to get them out to safety.
Okay.
They have to be able to help you. So if you have someone that is completely bedridden, that is in a Hoyer lift, and that is what I mean by that is a body sling
Sure.
to help get them in the bed and out of the bed.
Okay.
They do not meet that criteria. You have to have a special license to be able to do that.
Gotcha.
Now, there's some assisted living that will get that license. Most of them do not because it is added insurance. It's
Okay.
added help
Yeah.
Right.
and things of that nature.
Gotcha.
So a nursing home, if they cannot stay in any of these places, if they don't hold the license
Sure.
and cannot hold someone like that or take care of someone like that that has such a high acuity,
Okay.
then they go to a nursing home,
Yeah.
which is called a SNF, a skilled nursing facility.
Okay.
And that is where you have nurses and doctors that are there to take care of them 24/7.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now,
What's the availability though? I always hear there's a shortage of like nursing home facilities. Is there a shortage with that?
it's not just nursing homes. It's a shortage in memory care. Memory care,
Okay.
Probably 8 out of 10 places have a waiting list for memory care.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, because normally the memory care portion is kind of small,
Yeah,
right?
it is smaller
Much
because
smaller.
they do require so much more help.
Attention.
Right. Okay, I gotcha. I
Yes.
gotcha.
Now, for an assisted living, state of Georgia is 1 to 15.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Staff to
Ratio,
patient,
staff to
people ratio.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
Staff to resident.
Yeah, I got you. You know what, Tracie? I've known you for like 4 or 5 years, and this is why I'm obsessed with this podcast.
Right.
Because
I'm sitting here learning
I'm learning
something.
stuff I had no clue about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I try to tell people all the time I come in contact with, I'm like, we are going to have people on this podcast, guys, in industries that you have no clue about.
Yeah.
And listen to this podcast, and you're just... Like,
Yeah.
we did a podcast last week with David Booth at Chair. I learned so much about car dealerships. I was like, I had no clue. The stuff you're telling us today, I'm like, wow, I'm just...
Yeah.
And knowing
besides
you,
that-
and it's like all I would be like, you place people in assisted living
Yes.
memory
Right.
care. But
Yes.
We've
you're
never deep dived. We've not dived. We've not dug
there's
into
a
this.
whole lot more to it. I mean, there's a lot more to it.
I love it.
And that's just it.
Sure.
I mean, we all think we can do everybody's job and we can go out and do it
Right.
and just, but
No.
it's not as simple as
No.
just somebody
No.
calling you on the phone and, okay, I'll place you and let me just get paid.
Right.
That's not
First
it.
of all,
at
it takes a special person, and then tell me about the families.
Yes.
How
Yes.
is it working with a loved one that has to transition their mother or father, or maybe both parents, out of their home?
I apologize. Let me interrupt you.
No.
First of all, that is one of the hardest things to do.
Right.
That-
that portion of it.
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
Of course.
And there's so many dynamics. There's
Sure.
so many family dynamics
Right.
that a lot of us don't even know.
Right.
I mean, we all have our own family dynamics.
Of course.
Period.
Right.
But
Now you get thrown into it.
Yeah.
Everyone else's drama.
it is.
Yeah.
And when it comes to money
Yeah.
and
Sure.
inheritance and things of that nature,
Yeah.
you come across people that don't always want to spend that and do that because
Right.
they think that's their inheritance. Well, I will just say that's where one of the ways I'm different because
Sure.
I am the one on the outside looking in that will point blank say, well, actually, it's not
Right.
your inheritance.
Right.
It is not your money
Right.
until mom and daddy don't need it anymore.
Right.
Because
Yeah. And their health is the priority right now.
it
so.
is. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. That should always be the priority.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I work with them doing that. You know, you ask how it is with the families. They're lost. Most of the time they're lost. They have no idea where to turn,
Right.
what to do, what to ask. But then again, none of us do.
Right.
You don't know what you don't know.
Right.
And until you're thrown into that situation, you don't have a clue.
Right.
And the part is, we're not educated.
Right.
People aren't educated, but they're not educated a lot of times. And Stand Up for Seniors, which is wonderful, we do a lot of things like that.
Right.
But we don't want to deal with this. The children don't want to deal with it
Sure.
or worry about it or even talk about it
Right.
until you're in crisis mode.
Right.
Right.
And then they're forced. And then, truthfully, they're doing a disservice to the parents and themselves.
Right.
Because in the end, sometimes they may not be able to go where they want to go. The parents may not be able to, when I say that, I mean in the area, in the location. Because regardless of where we put them, they need to be somewhere where they have their family coming and seeing
Sure.
them. And they still have
I
what's
think
familiar.
that's, Tracie, because families have gotten so busy with their work, or maybe they've still got their kids they're running to sports,
Mm-hmm.
like just the busyness of life, because everybody seems to be so busy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we're kind of losing touch a little bit as family dynamics?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And then all of a sudden, when mom and dad, just like you go visit them and they're like, what are you doing? And it's almost like the light bulb comes on, and then they're in crisis mode, trying to call
100%. That's why I say my busiest time is in January, February, March, and April. Those are my busiest times.
Why?
Really?
Why?
Why do you think that
Because
is?
everybody's too busy with their own life,
Right.
and they don't go visit mom and dad
Right.
until the holidays.
Sure.
Or when they go to the holidays,
Right.
they're like, oh my gosh. I mean, they may see them in the summertime,
Right.
but it's going to be after all the sports are
Oh,
done.
so they've gone to the holiday visits, and then they're calling you because
They've gone to
they
holiday
just-
because they have to have such a decline. Or
Right.
they go in mom or dad's house and they realize they're not bathing anymore.
Right.
They're not eating right. And
Right.
everything they do have in their refrigerator is junk or sweets.
Yeah.
or rotted.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. Or it's so dirty in there that they can't maneuver. They're taking falls. Look,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
everybody is one fall. We're all one fall away from being put somewhere.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah.
are.
Absolutely.
So add the years to that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
add the years to that, and then that escalates it
Right.
beyond belief. So the reason the sweets are in the house, the reason all they have is anything sweet is because as you get older and you get dementia, that's the last thing to go. Or as you're the sweet,
Right.
that is the last thing that you're going to taste.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
That's crazy.
Good for me. 'Cause
With
that's
this,
my favorite.
Me
yeah,
too.
with this whole family.
Me too.
Yeah, walk us through with senior planners your process. Like if we were to tell everybody, this is what contact Tracie if you have a family member in this situation.
Right.
What is the process? Kind of like step 1 through 10 with you as a business here in the North Georgia area. They reach out to you via cell phone or, text, call, whatever, email, and then walk us through the steps, you know what I mean? Like what that looks like all the way through till placement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how a placement company works is I have a lot of contracts. Well, there's so many different assisted living, memory care, and even personal care homes, which we didn't touch on, but personal care homes.
Sure.
And what that personal care home is it is a private home. It can have 3 beds, 6 beds.
Oh, nice.
That literally someone turns into a home that have to be licensed. They have to be licensed.
Okay.
And they have caregivers that come in.
Sure.
And you basically, it's the same thing as a community, but you don't pay all the bells and whistles for that.
Right.
And there's not a lot of activities or things of that nature. But they do get really good care there.
Right.
And sometimes they have the ability to be able to take a higher acuity patient versus someone. They can do Hoyer lifts if they're licensed.
So there's options at
There
all
are options.
levels.
There's a lot of
yes,
options.
and the options
Okay.
also are location, pricing, and the care they get.
Okay.
But what happens is I don't have contracts. No one has a contract with every single place. A lot of communities, they don't do contracts.
Okay.
They don't
Okay.
work with referral companies. I mean,
Gotcha.
they will be more than happy to, if you give them a referral,
Right.
they'll take the resident.
Sure.
But they don't pay referrals. They don't, and I say they don't have to, that's not how their business model is set up.
Okay.
Because their business model has worked for so long and so good that it sells itself.
Sure.
And also, if the care is good, it will sell itself.
Right.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, sometimes you have such turnover. Let's be honest. Being a caregiver is not for the faint of heart.
Tough.
It is tough.
Yes.
And we are so blessed that we have the caregivers that want to go take care of
Right.
them. So a family contacts me.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if they're referred to me by somebody, if they, you refer me, if a community refers me,
Okay.
if they see it on social media.
Sure.
Anyway, like that. They call me and they tell me what's going on. They're like, look, this is what it is. This is my mom or dad needs help. My husband or wife needs help. Sometimes they say, I don't have any money.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Sure.
We come in contact with that not more times than not, but a lot of the time.
Right.
I would venture to say it's probably 45 to 50%.
Oh, I would say, yeah.
And the problem with
Yeah.
that is there is such a gap.
Right.
Look, we have Section 8 housing. It's 2-year wait,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Sure.
We don't have enough senior housing.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's the senior housing? We don't have that here.
No. Doesn't exist.
I mean, it doesn't. So therefore, they file for Medicaid.
Okay.
If they can get Medicaid, there's, you have to basically spend down and only have $2,000 left to be able to
Right.
qualify.
But are there options then if they file for Medicaid?
If they file for Medicaid, yes, there are options. They can go to a nursing home if they have Medicaid, if it's that bad. If it's not, then there are some Medicaid housing, meaning assisted living or personal
Okay.
care homes. But let me tell you, when I say this, I mean this. And you know this better than anybody because this is what you do. They are overrun,
Yes.
and a waiting list is a mile long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're desperate. We're desperate to have more help.
Right.
So what happens with your family then?
Okay, so
I mean,
my
if
family,
they run into that.
if they run into that, I refer them to Medicaid people to try to get a Medicaid waiver. It all depends on how bad they are, what their care need is.
Okay. Oh,
Do you
gotcha.
have to sometimes move a loved one further away from where they've been living, like outside
Yes.
of the
I moved
county they've
someone-
been
yes.
into another county?
I moved
because
one
of-
from Blue Ridge down to Decatur.
Oh,
Well, they're
wow.
alone.
Right.
No one visits them now.
Oh my goodness.
The only people that visited them in Blue Ridge was their church family.
Wow.
And now no one sees them.
Now, did you move them because of what reasons?
No money.
Money. So money.
They
is
had
the
no
issue.
money.
I got
They needed care. They needed assisted living.
Okay.
And they didn't need an overabundance.
Okay.
But there was nowhere up here.
Right. So the family contacts you.
The family contacts me.
Yeah.
The family contacts me. We meet.
Okay.
We talk on the phone. Then a lot of
Okay.
times we set up a meeting, in-home meeting, or we go to lunch. I take them to lunch,
Yeah.
breakfast,
Okay.
dinner,
Sure.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And we'd say, okay, what are your needs? First of all, it's always for me, what are your care needs?
Yeah.
And everybody that knows me knows this. If it's not somewhere that I would put my family member,
Yeah.
I will not refer it.
Yeah.
Good.
I won't do it.
I love that.
Good.
I will not do it.
Love that, love that,
because
love.
at the end of the day, look, I probably work 30% off of doing God's will
Yeah.
and not getting a dime for it.
Sure.
But I'm absolutely okay with that
Yeah.
because I know they're taken care of.
Right.
That's right.
And that
Yeah.
is the most important thing.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I take it very seriously. I
Yeah.
don't take it for the paycheck. I take
Right.
it seriously.
Yeah. I love
You're
that.
serving a bigger person.
I am
Right.
serving a bigger
Yes.
person.
Absolutely.
And I mean, he blesses us all for that very reason.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so we decide what their care needs are.
Okay.
We decide location wise, where do you want to be?
Okay.
Where is it that you're going to be able to still have interaction with your family?
Okay.
That they can come see you.
Sure.
And I'm very realistic with them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, what is your budget?
Sure.
Yeah,
Now-
absolutely.
One of the things we didn't even talk about, assisted living, memory care. They are all private pay.
Right.
There is no Medicare.
And what is the
There-
price range on some of these?
Unless you have long-term care insurance,
Okay.
that will help and go towards that.
Okay.
But you pay the remainder of it. Now,
Sure.
the pricing goes anywhere from $4,000 to $9,000
A person a month.
a month.
Yes.
a month.
A month.
A month.
Yeah, a month. Which do
And
the
that
math,
depends-
guys. If you know how to
Yes.
do math, let's pause and do math really fast on that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
So that's really tough for probably the majority of people you're having to help.
It is tough.
Right.
It's very tough. We do, luckily, we have
Kind of
places.
goes back to education, Tracy. Almost like we need to be educating our
Well, we need to be
younger-
educating
our youth
the
on what they need to prepare for.
Right.
right.
But the long-term care insurance nowadays is not like it was when they got it years ago.
Oh, it's changed
it's
because of
changed.
this.
Drastically.
Wow.
Drastically. But to that point, we need to be educating us. We need to be educating people my age
Right.
that have the parents that need this.
Right.
Because eventually we're going to need this too.
Sure.
Yes.
But it's a double-edged sword because even though you put it out there, it goes back to the families.
Sure.
They're too busy to do anything.
Right.
They're
I'm
chasing
gonna
the
tell you
dollar.
something,
They're chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
They're chasing the dollar, keeping up with the Joneses and in the subdivisions, or they are having their kids in everything in the world, and sports takes over everything. Now, I'm a sports mom.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed
Through
with
and through.
sports.
Me too.
And I am too.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that.
No, I get it.
Guilty as charged.
Sure,
I
sure.
did it.
I did
Right.
too.
I did it from the time Tyler was 7 years old.
Right.
I mean,
right.
we moved 3 states for him to play ball.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
how ridiculous
it's not
was
just
that?
sports. It's all kinds
Hello,
of
I
factors.
look back now.
This day
I look
and
back
time.
now and I'm like,
yeah.
whew. Yeah.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, so it going back to the topic, they sit down with you, they talk budget. So we're on that,
Yes.
And then what does it look like from after that with you guys?
Okay, we talk budget. We talk
Sure.
about, if that's available.
Sure.
And then I let them know. I'm like, okay, I will look into the places. I will
Okay.
look into my database
Okay.
and go around
Gotcha.
and find out what suits their best needs.
Okay.
But always it's going to be care.
Yeah.
I can negotiate pricing, whereas they can't negotiate pricing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Now, a lot of these places it's it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I can.
Sure.
I
They're
can,
approachable with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
but I can negotiate sometimes the community fee.
So that's
Okay.
a good benefit of using your service.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah. Gotcha. And so they cut, and so they.
And I'm not for everybody.
Right.
Right.
There's somebody for everybody.
Sure.
Right.
And I am absolutely okay with that as long as they get the best care they need and
Right.
they get their needs taken care of.
Right.
I am absolutely, if I don't feel like I can do this, then I will absolutely give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that you.
I'm okay
love
with
that.
that.
Yeah,
You
I
find
love
those
that.
places, those three, maybe you find 3 places, and then what happens?
Yes,
You guys
I'll-
take them on a tour,
Yes.
or what does that look like?
Now, I love to tour with the residents.
Okay.
I love to tour with the people that contact me.
Okay.
However, sometimes they don't want to tour with someone the first go around. They want to just
Okay.
go look by themselves because they have a lot of pressure.
Sure.
They don't want to feel like they're being pressured even more.
Okay.
Now, the salespeople are great, but sometimes they just want to make a sale,
Right.
and that makes them uncomfortable.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's where I say, let me go with you.
Absolutely.
I can stop the conversation real quick, and say,
Okay.
look, we are literally looking at other places.
Sure.
We just want to see
Right.
if this is something that we're interested in moving forward with. Then we'll come back. We'll make another appointment. We can come back and we can go over
Okay.
all your numbers.
And then once all the tours are done and settled, you guys you've picked a place, and then the placement kind of happens.
Okay.
And then what does that look
Yes.
like?
Have you ever seen that TV show where they give them 3 houses? Who do you pick?
Yes.
What do you
yes,
want?
Yes, yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes. I've
It's
seen
kind
that.
of like that, actually.
Okay.
I give them all their information.
Sure.
And then I will say, okay,
that's kinda
let's go
cool.
over it. Let's go over the
Okay.
pros and cons of this place, this place, and this place.
Right.
Now, I must touch on something.
Okay.
Georgia just passed a law,
Okay.
a disclosure law, where we have to disclose to the families. Now, I have always disclosed to the families
Okay.
that we get paid from communities, that we have contracts with communities,
Okay.
which is great.
Yeah,
Right.
because
They
you don't
need
have
to
to
know.
charge.
Absolutely.
the family.
That's why it's free of charge. It's free of
Sure.
charge to the families.
Right.
And that's why I say, okay, sometimes I work for free because I place people at communities
Right.
that don't accept referral contracts.
Okay.
But I still place them there
Right.
because number one,
That's the best
That's
fit
the
for the
best.
family.
it is the best fit for the family.
Gotcha.
Look, my own mother-in-law's at a place that I don't get any money
Right.
for.
Right.
But I give them referrals at least once a month
Yeah.
because I know that place.
Sure.
And I love that place.
Right.
Yeah. Totally.
Hands
Yeah,
down.
Totally get that.
And that's not the business model they have.
Right.
So I'm okay with that.
Right.
Do most of these facilities stay full?
Yes.
Oh.
The ones that have really good care, the ones that have good management. Now, look, I tell people you're only as good as your caregivers.
Right.
And when you're
Right.
as good as a caregiver, that also goes down to the administration. That
Right.
all goes down to leadership.
Right.
Leadership, it starts here, then you have your caregivers.
Right.
But if you don't have good leadership,
Sure.
communication, if they're
Sure.
not treated properly, they don't treat their staff properly, sometimes there's a big turnover.
Right.
Or if they're not paid properly.
Right.
And, look, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard to be a caregiver.
Yeah.
They don't get paid enough money.
Right.
Right.
They don't.
What
But-
kind of changes would you like to see in the senior industry regarding that? Like,
Regarding care,
yeah.
I-
Because for me, I look at these are human lives inside these facilities. And I do know that
call them
there are
communities, not facilities.
well, communities. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Only because people think they're getting put away.
Right.
They have a misconception that it's
You're
just
right.
like our grandparents were. They think everything is
They're
like the
touchy
old
with the
nursing
language.
homes.
Yeah,
Right.
The
they're
nursing
touchy
homes.
with them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
But that is important to them. I mean, it is wordsmithing in a way, but it's really important because we've got to make them feel comfortable.
But what changes do you think need to happen? Because just from my experience in some of these communities, I feel like there's investors that buy these communities, and then we've got human lives. We've got our loved ones living.
But
in
we
these
have to all do it for the
communities.
right reason.
Right.
And if we're not in it for the right reason and we're only in it to make the almighty dollar, then your heart's not in the right place. You don't know what it takes to run a community for elderly.
Sure.
And for the senior, they're not all elderly, for the seniors.
Yeah.
You have there are a lot of different people that are coming in and buying them out because they've seen that it's a lot of money involved.
Does the state regulate any of that?
They don't. Whoever wants to, as long as they have the license and all of that.
Meet certain guidelines.
That's all that matters.
Right.
They don't care. They could care less. But if you have people that truly know the business, want to take care of the people, and do a good job,
right,
then, there's too many different types of. Some of these investors never even see the community.
Right.
It's so far up. There's so many different layers before they even get there. They may own it, but they may hire a property management company, a management company to run the business.
Guys, this is the part of the podcast that, people, we're going to be in this room and on location and talking to other people and saying things that probably people don't want to hear. And you know what I mean? It's, I hate putting rainbows and butterflies on everything. It's reality.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's the nuts and bolts to it.
It's the nuts and bolts of it. And it's
that's
crazy.
The problem. And I will get very emotional about this.
Yeah.
But that is the problem with people in communities is they don't care.
Absolutely.
And it is not just somebody paying a bill.
Right.
To us, it's our families. It's our loved ones.
And it's like that in every kind of industry, Tracie. In no matter what, it's the lack of people just not caring. And that's a very touchy and interesting topic, and especially with elderly care and a lot of other things, in this environment that we're in all the time. It's sad, guys. It's tough.
It is.
People don't get it.
It's hard enough.
Yeah,
it is hard enough.
Very tough.
When it gets to the point where you are no longer a daughter, a son, or a husband or a wife.
Right.
And you are a caregiver, a full-time caregiver.
Sure.
Right. Which is exhausting.
It is exhausting. And I don't know what the exact number is, to be honest with you, but there's a percentage of caregivers that go before the one they're taking care of.
Yeah.
But the hardest part is you're no longer a daughter, a son, a spouse.
Right.
You're the caregiver.
Sure.
And they become, the one you're caring for becomes bitter.
Right.
They become angry.
Sure.
And it changes your whole relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
you're kind of a counselor too.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But what they deserve and what you deserve is to let them have somebody that can take care of them. Yeah. And you go back to being the loved one.
Absolutely.
You need to give that to each other before they go home.
Right.
That's
it's
the
tough.
hardest part.
Tough. Yeah.
And we all tend to wait too late.
Right. Let's talk about really fast before we wrap up here. What areas you serve? Senior planners. What do you go up to the Tennessee line? Do you go down to the Florida line? Senior planners as a business, what areas do you serve?
All of Georgia. Okay. I can do all of Georgia.
Okay.
Now I have people that I have became acquainted with and that I can work with.
Okay.
That if I don't know that place right off, the community that I'm talking to,
Sure.
I have somebody that I can get to bounce it off with them. Okay. And I don't mind either handing it over to them or if we split it, we split it.
Right.
I've done that.
Right.
I've placed people in Florida.
Okay.
In Orlando specifically, where I go.
Gotcha.
I have 2 people in Panama City and Destin that I work with.
Okay.
I've never placed anyone there, but I've passed people off to them as well.
I gotcha.
Tennessee, yes. We have people that actually work there that can help us in Tennessee.
Gotcha.
Nashville specifically.
Got it. Gotcha.
So, yeah.
And then if people need to come find you, if they have this stuff going on in their life,
Sorry.
Where can they
She
find
jumped
you?
in there. I was getting ready to ask that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, dig in with that with her.
No, so right now, because we're getting kind of to the end here, where can people find you, Tracie?
Seniorplannersatlanta.com.
Okay, you have a website.
I have a website.
Cool. Love
Senior
that. Love
Planners
that.
Atlanta, all spelled out. tracie.com.
Sure.
They can call me on my cell phone.
Okay.
Social media?
Social media, yes, the bane of my existence.
Okay.
I guess it's my age. I don't know.
I know, it is.
We
Madison,
talk about
you're
this.
amazing
We
at
talk
it.
about this all the time.
Yes, I
She's
know.
like, I hate social media. I'm the complete opposite.
Yes.
I live and breathe and
Yeah.
die social media,
Yep.
which I know is a bad addiction. I get it.
But I need to be more like that.
Yeah.
But Facebook, I'm on Facebook, and I
Okay.
have so many referrals. So many wonderful people have referred me on Facebook.
Sure.
People that you would not even know that you're like, oh, I saw somebody's always a friend of a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And then I have communities that I work with. If somebody comes in there and they cannot help them one way, shape, form, or fashion, then they refer them to me.
Okay.
I'm partners with so many different ones like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
And I also sit on the board at Stand Up for Seniors.
Oh, she is on
with
our board
Dee
at
and Madison.
Stand Up.
Yes.
Yes.
So I want to say this. I know I feel like we've jumped around a lot, but
that's okay. That's what podcasting
Yeah.
is.
thank you for having me. And this is a great
You're
idea.
so welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
And you
been-
know
I
what?
thank you for the platform. I mean, I feel like we could probably sit here and talk another hour, and I could get into things that.
Absolutely.
But I know we don't have time for
Yes.
that, so.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? We love your heart, your passion.
Obviously, I wear it on my sleeve.
Well, but you know what?
Yes.
That's what shows that you care.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
you're going to get me emotional, so I'm trying to keep it together.
Oh my gosh, guys! I should have brought
so
Kleenexes to the
that's
studio.
right.
Yes.
Everyone's crying.
I know.
It's
So-
for a good reason. It's such for a
Absolutely.
great cause.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, North Georgia, we're hoping that you learned something today
Yeah.
with Tracie and senior planners.
I did.
Go to her website, go to
Yeah.
her social media, reach out. We'll have it probably in our show notes.
Yeah.
Will you post my phone number in your show notes?
Absolutely.
Or
We'll
do you want me
post
to
her
say it?
website, her phone number,
can-
all that contact information on
Yeah.
our YouTube channel. So and on our social media.
And Madison, where can everybody find us?
Oh, guys, we would love for you to come subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube. We are on Apple. We are on Spotify. If you want the audio versions, go listen there. We have had an amazing time sitting down with you, Tracie.
I had a great time.
And
Thank you.
this will be released in the next few days, and we're excited for you guys to listen. So
Yes.
Thank y'all
have
so
a
much
wonderful
for having
day.
me.
Thank you. Make it a great day. Thank you for listening to the Biz Files podcast. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. Go subscribe today.